Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking a little bit about some TV, some YouTube, what I've been watching lately, and also some other favorites during lockdown, which I live in Norway, which might to some extent like change up what I'm watching and stuff like that because everything isn't available here. But nonetheless, I have been watching Netflix and I started watching The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez, which is a like true crime type show about he was an 8-year-old kid who got killed by his mom and stepdad, and it's like the trial of getting them convicted, which was so interesting. And if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. I am currently watching I Am a Killer, which is also on Netflix, because I like hearing stuff about murder and killers and serial killers and all of that stuff. So I'm a Killer, which they talk to people who are on death row and get their story for how they're about the murder they committed and stuff like that. And I think it's really interesting because it is from the killer's perspective, like they're telling their own story, which I think is pretty unique, and I haven't seen a lot of other shows like that. So if you like that type of topic, like true crime, I also really recommend I Am a Killer. It is very interesting. I've only seen 2 episodes so far. And then with Marius, we saw the Office US, and I hadn't seen it before, but it was so good. So if you need a show that's lighthearted and easy to watch during lockdown or quarantine or whatever is going on in your country currently, The Office is really, really good. And then we just finished actually today, Hollywood, which is on Netflix. It came out on May 1st, so it is pretty new. It's May 8th when I'm filming this. Oh my god, what a show. I hope there is a second episode or season coming, which I think there was, because at the end it says the beginning instead of the end. So I'm hoping that there might be another one. And then I've also been watching a lot of YouTube, and I have one YouTuber that I've been watching lately, which is the Graham Stevens Show. And he does like millionaire reacts videos to other people's financing videos. And personal finance videos is a genre that I've been watching for a good while. So the specific videos that I've been binging lately is what I spend in a week, in a month, during lockdown, whatever, videos. I've also been watching a lot of the worst purchase of my 20s type of videos. And people bought some dumb stuff, like, especially when I've been watching like the bigger YouTubers, they just had too much money too quick, I think, and then their brain just got lost and they just bought everything they wanted and then didn't even think about it, which is crazy in my head. So yeah, worst purchases of my 20s, or financial decisions, I think they've been called also, which is so interesting. For some reason, I have a strange addiction to 10,000 calorie challenge, which I want to do that challenge, so I'm going to do that when I reach 10,000 subscribers as a little like celebration type thing. So if you haven't subscribed already, go subscribe down below so we can get to 10k so I can try this challenge that I've been wanting to do for years now, but I feel like I need a good reason to do it. So that, and then earlier today I saw Monica Church's video about her Airstream like tiny house project. And that video is like 10-12 minutes, something like that, where they go out and they buy an Airstream trailer from the 1940s and they're going to build it into a tiny house. So I went on and I followed their Instagram account, which is Mighty Mo Airstream, I think it was. And I hope that they will make actual like a video of it as well, or like a series, because I just love things like that. And the Airstream is so different. Like, it's not just a regular trailer. And then what else have I been listening? I have some favorite podcasts. One of the podcasts that I listen to a lot is the Stuff You Missed in History Class podcast, which is by House of Works, which I think was bought by someone else. I don't remember who. But that is a really, really good podcast if you like history. It is very interesting, and they have like years and years and years of backlog, so you can go through and listen to absolutely everything. There's like hundreds, like plural hundreds of videos, not videos, podcasts that you can listen to. And it's so good. I love the hosts. I like their style of talking. It's not like super scripted, but it's not just random talking either. It's like a nice in-between that I really appreciate. And then I also been listening to podcasts, like a few different podcasts from them. So I've been listening to serial killers, conspiracy theories, and then unexplained mysteries. And I've been listening to all of those three. I've also been listening to Why Won't You Date Me by Nicole Byer. And lastly, I've been listening to a Norwegian podcast, which is Pengesnakk, which means money talk. And I really like that podcast too, because it's about personal finance, and I just find it really interesting. But then on to some other things that I've been loving lately. One of the things that I've really been enjoying making lately is cold brew coffee. If you've seen any of my vlogs, you would have seen how I make this. I'm probably going to empty the rest of this tomorrow. But you basically just put coffee grounds. I use a French press filter to easily be able to take the grounds out, because I don't have one of those like metal filters that you can place inside. But you basically pour coffee into the filter or whatever you're using, pour water in it, place it in the fridge for like 16 to 24 hours, and take the grounds out, and you have some nice cold brew coffee. This is a 2-liter thing, and this is just like a corken thing from IKEA, which is really convenient, fits in my fridge. And then cold brew is good for like 2 weeks in the fridge. So even if some days it might be cold, so I want something warm to drink, it's just sitting in the fridge for the meantime, and I can just drink it when I feel like it. I've also been really enjoying taking walks lately because I'm working from home. It's just nice to get out sometimes. So once for this week and last week, I drove to a friend of mine who lives in Oslo, and we just wandered around the city for several hours, bought a Starbucks coffee, and just talked and walked around. Instead of sitting at a coffee shop, we just took it to go and walked around. So we walked for like 3 or 4 hours, which is so nice, and I feel it in my body that I've been walking around, which is amazing. I do walk around here too, not for that amount of time when I'm alone though, but like half an hour to an hour around my area just to get some fresh air. And then I have some other things as well. I've been really enjoying my tablet and my speaker. So this is the speaker that I have. It's just a little portable Bluetooth speaker. This is called Ekeby, I believe. And this is from IKEA. This is really inexpensive. This is like $25. You can use batteries to it. You can also connect it to power with this little micro USB right here. So I usually have batteries in mine, but then I connect it to my computer when I'm using my work stationary computer. And I just have this here, so if I'm watching YouTube videos or listening to podcasts while I'm working, I can just use this, because I do enjoy having a little bit of background noise, just so that it's not completely quiet. And then I have my little Huawei tablet right here that I'm using when, or if I'm watching YouTube videos. I usually listen to more like talky videos and not like videos that you have to watch. So another one that I actually forgot to mention that I've been listening to is the Financial Something by the TFD, which is the Financial Diet. They have like a series where they sit down and they talk to people in the finance industry. Financial Confessions is the name of the series. And they're like an hour long, and they just sit there and talk. So it's basically a podcast, but it's on YouTube. So that's also one that I've been listening to. Not everything is relevant to me because I don't live in the States, but I think it's really interesting, sometimes really annoying to listen to how things work in the US with your like credit score system. It just seems really backwards to me. But I think it's really interesting to listen to. So if you're into personal finance, the Financial Diet is also a really good channel. I have a lot of plants on my desk, which I've also been loving lately because they help clarify the air. They give me something green to look at when I'm working. And it just helps brighten up my space a little bit because our apartment is mostly black, white, and gray. Having the green plants that I have actually been able to take care of feels really nice. Another thing that I've been liking lately is sweats and like workout tights or leggings. I got these sweats yesterday and they're from H&M. They're super nice and comfy because since I don't have a dress code when I'm working from home, my goal is basically just to not work in my pajamas and I'm good. So I basically am wearing sweatpants, workout tights like these ones all the time, usually with just like a bralette, sometimes a like plaid flannel shirt over it, and it's just the comfiest thing ever. I don't know how I'm ever going to give up that work outfit once we get back to the office. Yeah, so one thing I have been loving a lot is working from home in general. So if you followed me for a while, you know that my goal eventually is to be self-employed and basically work from home, be location independent. And right now I'm definitely not location independent, but I am working from home. I don't have to drive to work, spend time going back and forth, and it's just fantastic. I really love working from home. The only thing I wish is that we had a separate office. We only have a 1-bedroom apartment, so we don't have a separate space that I can have my desk. So I'm just sitting in the between the kitchen and the living room, and it works for us because it's just the two of us. It's not a huge deal, but it would be nice to have a separate office space. But other than that, just working from home is just fantastic. And then the last thing that I have on my list are my side hustles. YouTube being one of those side hustles, because it takes up time. So it's something that I'm able to do when I'm at home to make time pass, because I can plan a video, film a video, edit a video, upload a video, and then I also have time to answer the comments and stuff like that, which is taking time out of my day that I would be sitting on the couch snacking if I wasn't filming. So that is also something that I'm really grateful for, as well as my freelance project, which keeps me busy, which I usually do that also while I'm watching TV or something similar, but at the same time it also keeps me from having a hand in a bowl of chips. Also, I've been playing Tetris on my phone because I'm a really bad boredom eater, and having something to do with my hands usually helps that. So I've been playing Tetris on my phone if we're just watching TV or something like that, just to keep my hands occupied, and that's actually been working really well for me. So having a good entertaining game on your phone can also help if you're not trying to cut down on your screen time. But yeah, like I said, with the freelancing, it helps me keep me busy, and it also brings in some extra income, which is perfect. And together with freelancing and YouTube, I usually bring in about $400 each month, which does help wonders. I feel like I've been talking for so long, and I feel like I've been talking so fast. I'm sorry if this video is just completely rambly and crazy and it's not interesting at all. I hope you find it interesting at all, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give this video a big like, leave any comments down below, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!